Hello people, this is Karen Dixon. Hope you all doing well. In today's video, we will be talking about how to manifest a text message from someone very special in your life. So if you like the video related to manifestation power, I would like to request you all please do subscribe the channel, hit the bell icon or give thumbs up so that I will come up with more and more videos with lots and lots of information. So how to manifest a text message from someone very special. This is one of the most common questions that I get. Many people believe that it is not possible to manifest a text message from your someone special. Others realize that nothing is impossible because we are all gods of our own reality. So we can manifest whatever we set our minds to, but even though they believe it's possible, they don't actually know how to make it happen. Today, I am going to share with you a super easy way to manifest a text message or a phone call from your ex-boyfriend or girlfriend or any other person you want to get a text from. Obviously, you can use the same process to manifest a text message on Facebook Messenger, a DM on Instagram, an email, or a message anywhere else you want. It doesn't have to be a text or a phone call. You can also use this method to manifest a text message from anyone you want. Can you really manifest a text message from your someone special? Of course, you can manifest. As Neville Goddard says, you are God of your own reality, and everything that happens in your life, you have manifested it with the power of your thoughts, your belief, your feelings, your imagination. Manifesting a text message or a phone call is not any different to all the other things you want to manifest. If that's what you want, then of course you can manifest a text message. Maybe it's a message from your ex that you want to manifest. Maybe it's from someone you just met and exchanged numbers with. Perhaps you want to manifest a text message from your crush, or maybe it's from someone you haven't spoken to in years, or perhaps it's your boss or client. It works in all of these cases and many more. The technique is extremely easy, but there are certain things many people do that can block it from working, and there are also some cases where it may not be a good idea for you to try and manifest a text or a call, and I'm going to explain what those cases are and what you can do instead. So make sure to read or listen this video carefully. Alright, so the method to manifest a text is pretty simple. You use a declaration or an affirmation. For example, I intend for Jake to text me. Or you could say, of course, Jake calls me. Another way to put it is not it wonderful that Jake texted me? Or you can say, I'm happy that I received a message from Jake. Or I'm so grateful that I got a message from Jake. Another way to say this is, thank you God or thank you universe for this text I received from Jake. All of this work equally well, and you can choose the one that resonates with you, the one that makes you feel more confident and happy and powerful and in control of the situation. While saying your affirmation or affirmation feel the emotion you would feel if you had just received a text message or a phone call from them. How would you feel if your phone rang right now and you saw it was them? Maybe you would feel happy or excited or satisfied, whatever it is. Look onto that emotion and make sure you are truly feeling it as you are saying your affirmation. So what you need to do is pick one of those or even more than one if that works better for you, and repeat it over and over for a few minutes as well as whenever you remember it throughout the day, while feeling the positive emotion that you would feel if it had just happened. You can also picture your phone in your head as you are doing this and imagining it lighting up because of an incoming call or message, and you look at the screen and you see it's from the specific person you want to receive a message from. How fast does this technique work? This method can work almost instantly, or it can take a few hours or even a few days to produce result. Now, how fast it works depends totally on how much resistance you have around this issue, how much you believe or don't believe that is going to happen. We'll get to that in a minute, but let me explain First, how and why this technique work. Now, how and why this technique work. The reason this technique work and is so effective is because everyone is you pushed out. Every person in every event is your mirror and a manifestation of you. What this means is that if, for example, your ex is not calling or is not texting you, that's because you have created them and the situation to be that way with your imagination. Now you are probably thinking, but how did you create this when all I want is for them to call me? The thing is, we don't just create with our conscious thought, we also create with our subconscious thought and our belief about how things generally work. Maybe all you want is for him to call you or text you, but if he was really mad at you when you broke up or you haven't spoken in 6 months, or belief is that it's extremely unlikely that he would contact you. The thing that you need to understand is that no matter what the situation is right now, you created it with the thoughts you had in the past. Maybe it's the same thought that created the breakup in the first place, or maybe it's thought you started thinking and things you started imagining and focusing on after the breakup. The important part is that you created this with your thought. The only thing that has the power to create is your thought. If you stop focusing on the things you don't like, for example, why is not he calling me, or start focusing instead on the things you do want to happen. For example, of course, Jake text me, then the situation will change. Jake is your mirror and he only reflects what you think and imagine. So all you have to do to change what he does and get him to call or text you is change how you imagine him. Imagine him calling you or texting you. Affirm to yourself, I intend for Jake to call me. Of course, Jake calls me. And feel gratitude and joy for this call or text as if it has already happened, as if it's already your reality now, as if it's natural and normal right now. Thank you, God, for Jake text. Thank you, universe, that Jake called me. Now, what blocks this technique from working? Now, this is the number one thing that can block this technique from working for you fast. You need to make sure that you stop focusing on all the things you don't want and all the reason why this text or this phone call is unlikely to happen. See, in situations like this, we usually have this series of thoughts that go through our head at least a few dozen times a day, and they go like, I want Jake to call me, but that's unlikely considering how we left things. He was really angry with me when he stormed off. We have not talked even in weeks, and he was really hurt. I should not have yelled at him that much. Of course, he doesn't want to talk to me. Who wants to talk to someone who yells at them? And he said he never wants to talk to me again. Sound familiar? Now, if you have thoughts like those running through your head several times a day, every day, those are all thoughts that created the current situation where he is not calling. You are focusing on all the reason he would not call and would not want to call, and what gets created, him not calling and him not wanting to call. It's as simple as that. You need to be mindful of your thoughts throughout the day. You need to be mindful of your mental light. And if you don't know what a mental light is, then watch my video on mental light. I link that up to the right and also below in the description so that you can go watch it, because it's going to make a huge difference in your life. But basically, you need to be mindful of your thoughts throughout the day and the conversation you have with people in your mind. And whenever you catch yourself having the usual train of thoughts about how and why he won't call, stop yourself. So for example, you start thinking, I want Jake to call me, but it's unlikely considering how we live things. He is probably still really angry with me. Of course, he does not want to talk to me. At this moment, you realize what you are focusing your thoughts on, and you stop and change gears. You just say, actually, no. That's just crap. Of course, Jake wants to talk. Of course, he is thinking about texting me. I intend that he texts me. It's that easy. The second way you may block this technique from working is by believing the lie that what you want is difficult or unlikely. Remember, everyone is you pushed out. There are no easy and difficult things to manifest. You are the one making them either easy or difficult by believing they are easy or difficult. All things were created by your thoughts, and everything can be changed if you change your thought about them and the way you imagine them to be. It's truly as simple as that. So don't buy all of these reasons that your mind is providing you with regarding how difficult it is going to be to manifest this phone call or this text. It's an easy to manifest a phone call from your best friend as it is to manifest a phone call from your ex from 2 years ago who blocked you on Facebook and then moved to another continent. So manifesting a text message success stories I'll be going to share with you. Here's a story that demonstrates how easily this technique works. So a few years back, I was thinking about calling someone who I had not talked to in over 3 years. There were many reasons why calling this person was a really bad idea. So I didn't know whether I wanted to call after all or not. I was thinking about it and constantly changing my mind for about a week, and then suddenly the phone rings and it's this person. We had not spoken for 3 years and he had very valid reason to want to stay away from me and never talk to me again. But I was thinking of calling him and rehearsing the phone call in my head. If I call, what am I even going to say? And because this was what I kept imagining, it manifested. He called and he was like, "Hey, I haven't seen you or heard from you in over 3 years. I assumed that you had probably moved away and changed your number, but I could not help it. I had to try and call you. You see, it doesn't matter how long it's been or how you live things. Nothing really matters because it's your thoughts and your imagination that create, not the circumstances you are in. Circumstances don't matter. Only what you create in your imagination matters because that what's going to manifest." Another example of how I used to use this technique is when I needed to fix my laptop. So my laptop had some kind of problem. The details of the problem are not important, but the thing is I needed to take it to a specific person to be repaired, and this person is notorious for saying I'll call you or I'll text you and never calling. I had to deal with him on multiple occasions in the past, and I would call and he would say, "Hey, I'm busy right now. Can I call you back in 5?" And then a day would pass with no communication from him, and I would message and he would not reply. So I called this guy like 3 or 4 times within a few hours and he was not picking up, and I got really angry and frustrated. And then I realized what I was doing. I kept thinking, of course, he's not going to pick up again. So I switched gears and started saying in my head, of course, he's going to call me back. He's going to call me back in a few minutes. A few minutes later, my phone rang and it was him. So we made arrangements for me to drop off the laptop to repair it on Tuesday morning, and I needed the laptop for work before the weekend. He said it was 100% going to be ready on Friday, but definitely not before Friday. Since he's not the easiest person to get a hold of, though, I kept stressing over whether I would get my laptop back in time and whether he would have managed to fix it or not. So I started saying during the day, of course, he has fixed my laptop. He's calling to say that it's 100% fixed and working perfectly and I can go pick it up earlier than we had arranged. He was supposed to have it ready on Friday. On Wednesday, he called me by himself. I didn't call or message or anything to tell me that it's 100% fixed or working perfectly and I can go pick it up immediately if I want to. So you see, this technique can be used for anyone you want communication with. It doesn't have to be an ex or someone you are romantically involved with. When it's a bad idea to use this technique to manifest a text message, but I also promise you to explain when it's a bad idea to use this technique. So let's talk about this for a bit. If you're trying to manifest a specific person in the sense that you are imagining a relationship with them or marrying them, then don't focus on communication. Don't focus on getting text and phone call. The reason why you should not be focusing on getting a text in such cases is that your end result is, for example, marrying this specific person, right? So if your end result that you want is being married to this person, but you are focusing on getting a text from them, are you living in the end? No. You are not living from the end result you want. In fact, what you are doing exactly what you should not be doing. You are missing with the middle. Getting a text from them is the middle. What you should be focusing on is the end, not the middle. By focusing on the end, stuff like getting text or phone call from this specific person will be taken care of automatically, because if you get married to this person, then of course they are going to call you or text you regularly. But if you spend all your energy trying to manifest a phone call or a text from them, then there is no guarantee that this phone call or text this is going to lead to anything more, like getting back together or getting married. If you imagine a text message, you get a text message, then this manifestation is complete. It's finished. It is not leading you to anything more. But if you imagine being married to your specific person or being in a happy relationship with your specific person, and they text you, and then this text is part of the bridge of incident that is happening to take you to the end result you have imagined. So if you're working on manifesting getting back together or a relationship with this person, then don't focus on getting a text from them. Or if you do, then do it in a way that integrates well into your current information, that focus on end results you want. For example, don't say I intend for Jake to text me today. So of course Jake texts me regularly because he is my boyfriend. Of course Jake calls me often because he's my husband. So this is a method to manifest a text or a phone call from your specific person or from anyone else you want. Use it, have fun with it, give it a few days to work and see what happens. And if it worked for you, then leave a comment below and let me know. It will help anyone reading this to finally believe that this is totally doable, and then they can manifest a text message from someone very special they want. So that's all about the manifestation in this video. I hope you all liked it. So before signing off, I would like to request you all, please do like, share, subscribe this video with your loved ones so they will get to know better. So this is Karina signing off. We will definitely meet in the next video with my another content. Till then, God bless you. Bye bye and take care.